Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to do my college football picks for week 11. I think the top 25 in the college football playoff rankings come out tonight. I don't know if I'll do a video for that though. I mean, I don't have really anything else to do, so I might. We'll see. I mean, I might as well. I mean, I have nothing else to do, so I'll do the top 25 playoff rankings in a little bit. But let's talk about some college football picks. How many games am I picking this week? To my notebook over here, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games this week. There's 2 ranked matchups this week, both out of the Southeastern Conference. They should be really good this week. So we're going to get right into it here. Number 5, Texas takes on Florida. Florida coming off loss against Georgia, a game I think they could have won if the DJ Lagway didn't get hurt. They had to bring in the third-string quarterback. He sucked. Georgia really got lucky in that game, I thought. Carson Beck threw 3 interceptions. They got lucky, man. They got lucky to survive that game. But yeah, as I was saying, I had to go do something, but I said Florida possibly should have upset Georgia last week. They kind of got lucky. DJ Lagway was cooking until he hurt his hamstring. Carson Beck threw those 3 interceptions. Florida really got unlucky last week, I thought, having to go with their third-string quarterback. And I think that's who they're going to have to play this week against Texas, because, Graham Mertz is already out. DJ Lagway's going to be out. Texas defense is good. I can't trust the third-string quarterback here against Florida, against Texas. Give me Texas here. If DJ Lagway was playing, they'd have a shot, but with a third string, I just don't see them winning. Next game, we have number 4, Miami versus Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's on season strong, but now they're 5-4, have kind of lost some momentum. Miami coming off a good win. I guess a good win against Duke, because Duke isn't a bad team. I'm going to pick Miami here. Georgia Tech just isn't as good as they were to start the season. Now 5-4. And Miami they're just a way better team. I'm not saying they are a top 5 team, but some people say they aren't a top 5 team. I mean, are they? I mean, I'd say they are. Their defense is suspect, but their offense is really, really good. Number 3, Ohio State versus Purdue. Ohio State coming off a really good win against Penn State on the road. Purdue's trash. So Ohio State should easily dominate this game. I expect a way better performance from Will Howard this week against a lesser opponent. We'll see, but this should be a blowout. Purdue's not really a competitive team. Next game, number 18, Army versus North Texas. North Texas is a bad team, man. 5-3 record. Army undefeated. I think it's a road game, so it's going to be a tough game for Army. If I end up picking number 18, Army, they're actually legit, I think, in my opinion, like Navy. Losing to, getting destroyed by Notre Dame and then losing to Rice. I'm going to take Army. I don't really see a game Army could really lose on their schedule. Really, like, besides Notre Dame, you look at that Notre Dame game, that's going to be a big game for Army. If they can survive this week, that's going to be a big game, November 23rd. But besides that game, I don't really see any losable games on this schedule. So I'm going to go Army here. Number 19, Clemson versus Virginia Tech. I think number 19, Clemson will bounce back this week. They suffered a humiliating loss last week. They got destroyed by Louisville at home. Like, that was kind of shocking. I mean, Louisville played some tough, close games this year, but I expected Clemson to win that game, man. They were really playing really good football until then. But, I mean, Virginia Tech, they can't sleep on them. They can't take this game just as a joke. They gotta come out here and perform, and I think they will. Number 2, Georgia versus number 16, Ole Miss. One of your 2 ranked matchups this week. I'm going to go with Georgia. I just don't trust Ole Miss. I can't trust Lane Kiffin to win a big game. It's just like Brian Kelly and James Franklin. You just can't trust them to win a big game. And look, Georgia did struggle last week. Florida had them on the road. But I just can't trust Ole Miss, man. Like, they looked good last week, but wasn't against a great opponent. And Georgia's defense isn't as good. Like, Georgia's defense isn't as good as last year's, but and Ole Miss still has a good offense. Like, but it's just I can't trust them to win a big game. Like, Lane Kiffin just cannot get that big win. So I'm going to go with Georgia. Number 17, Iowa State versus Kansas State. Iowa State suffered a loss to Texas Tech. I'm going to say Iowa State bounces back. Kansas isn't as good as I expected this year, so I'm going to go with Iowa State. Number 8, Indiana, way above my expectations against Michigan. I'm going to go number 8, Indiana. They did start slow last week. It was like 10-0, but then they won like 37-10, 44-10, something like that. Number 21, Colorado versus Texas Tech. It's going to be a tough game for the Buffaloes. You know, at Texas Tech, they're 6-3. Texas Tech is a pretty underrated team, but I'm going to say Colorado goes in there and gets the win and get a big win for Coach Prime because their schedule's still favorable. Like, what's their toughest game left? Like, they got Texas Tech, Utah, Kansas, Oklahoma State. If they can beat Texas Tech here, they can end the season 4-0 here with these final 4 games. If they can beat Texas Tech, these next 3 games are winnable. So give me Colorado. The last game I'm going to predict is number 11 Alabama versus number 14 LSU. I'm going to go with number 11 Alabama here. LSU, Brian Kelly just can't win a big game like I'm saying. They lost to USC to start the season. USC, it turns out they weren't even good. And they lost to and then they lose to Texas A&M. I know it's on the road, but that's a game they let get away. He just can't win the big games. And LSU hadn't really beat anybody that good, but I still thought LSU was a good team, but I just thought Texas A&M was better. And then Texas A&M goes out and loses to South Carolina, so I don't know. But I'm going to go with Alabama here. But LSU has to limit the mistakes. If they turn the ball over like they did last week, they're not going to win this game. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say for my college football picks here for week 11, so until next time, I thought. Peace.